This is Al Bunsul, also known as Crazy Al from electriccarconversionblog.com. It's been around a week since the Australian government announced their proposed carbon tax to be introduced on July 1st, 2012. And I'm going to tell you what you can do to minimise this tax. What is the carbon tax? The carbon tax is a tax on carbon pollution or carbon emissions. The Australian government's proposed implementation is confusing, and whether it works in reducing pollution, global warming or climate change is debatable. One thing is for sure, governments love inventing new ways of raising taxes, and a carbon tax, environment tax, pollution tax, emissions tax, levy, excise or whatever euphemisms governments use is a trend that is set to continue. So what does this mean for you? 1. Most governments and lawmakers worldwide are likely to watch how this carbon tax goes and try to implement their own version of it. 2. Although this confusing and stressful carbon tax has some exemptions on fossil fuels for a few years under certain conditions, those condition details are confusing. You can be sure many governments and lawmakers will be trying to work out how to milk extra taxes from gasoline. It is hard to predict what and how they will do it. 3. You may be aware that gasoline is easier to tax than electricity because A. It is almost impossible for the average person to make gasoline in their garage or backyard. Hence, you have to buy it from gas stations, who are forced to collect fuel taxes for the government. B. The average person, like you and I, can make your own electricity from solar panels or wind turbines, which you can buy from shops or online. C. Some energy retailers are offering electricity from clean, renewable sources, and this trend appears to be continuing. Governments will have a hard time putting a carbon tax or pollution tax on electricity generated from clean, renewable sources. So, what does this mean when you want to drive your car? Well, if you drive an electric car, you can potentially avoid paying a carbon tax, pollution tax, or whatever emissions tax various governments will try to impose. If you drive a gasoline car, governments can easily tax you because they will tax you on the spot as you fill up gasoline. Some of you may be aware that I did an electric go-kart conversion. I've enjoyed the benefits of not having to buy gasoline or oil for it. I don't spend much time having to maintain my electric go-kart. There is no carby to flood, no spark plugs to change, and no starting issues to deal with. Also, there is little noise. As there is little noise, I can drive my electric go-kart any time of the day or night without disturbing my neighbours. When I upgrade my solar panel for battery charging purposes, I will enjoy driving my electric go-kart tax-free. I can legally tell the government to shove their carbon tax. So, if you want to minimise on paying carbon tax, pollution tax or emissions tax, you need to drive an electric car. Don't have an electric car? Then check out www.electriccarconversionbook.com and buy the ebook and videos so you can learn how to do your own electric car conversion. This is Crazy Al from electriccarconversionblog.com signing off.